Hey everybody, it's Eric Mitchell here with Kevin Martini and Daniel for our rep from Homebot. We want to talk to you today about Homebot specifically. How does this impact you as a loan officer? How does it impact your clients and your realtor partners? Kevin Martini is OG, right? One of the biggest loan officers in the country, and trains loan officers and realtors nationwide. So Kevin, hey man, blessed to have you. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And so what we want to try and talk about today is Homebot, specifically as a tool. So how does it impact you as a loan officer? How does it impact your realtors and clients? But what does it mean for return on investment? How do we use it? What are the best practices? What happens if you don't use it, right? So Kevin, if you could jump in, how long you been on it? What's your experience?
Again, listen, everybody, I'm going to share with you that I've been in the mortgage business longer than I can remember. And sometimes adaptation is a process, and it shouldn't be, especially with Homebot. It's really just simply an event. I've been on the platform since 2019. Don't know if I can call myself an early adopter or not. But, you know, as a mortgage professional, as a certified mortgage advisor, it's my obligation, duty, and responsibility to manage the debt side of the balance sheet for the families that we serve. And the major tool that I personally use and that the families I serve benefit from is Homebot. Because Homebot is a tool that gives actionable information and that families need to manage what is most likely their largest debt. So the tool of Homebot on a 30,000 feet view gives to the consumer access to relevant information about their largest asset in a monthly digest with information inside the actual digest that can help them make educated decisions to reach their long-term financial goals. Now, Eric, you know, one of the things I don't know if you're aware of, I know Daniel is aware of it. I'm going to be sharing my personal experience because it's my personal experience. Now, let me also just tell you this. Fancy widgets that are easy to work are awesome. Let me just tell you, if you use Homebot, it will be very powerful as a set it and forget it option. However, if you go ahead and roll up the sleeves, it is going to be an injection of steroids, because if you can be proactive with it, not only as a mortgage loan officer, but as a mortgage loan officer with my real estate partner. So let me give you some successes. Is that okay, Eric?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. So one of my agents partners has 1,167 clients in their system with Homebot with me. Now, let me time out real quick and let's talk about the elephant in the room. It's 100% accurate that a realtor can get Homebot directly. However, if a loan officer invites a realtor and has the connection, they have more powerful tools. One of them is video. And let me just tell you this, if you're not doing video, you're missing a piece of action, because it is the opportunity to give a personal connection in a very powerful digest that people are opening. The second thing that I want to share with you, and maybe a segment for a future video, is that with Homebot, where a realtor has a connection with a loan officer, they also have a buyer portal. Why is that significant? Let me just share that real quick. In this industry, there is not any scarcity of people that are yelling the great news that they can find out what the home is worth and things of that nature. When you go ahead and have the buyer portal add-on, which is totally connected and part of the loan officer experience with Homebot, you no longer have those people's going to Zillow, Realtor.com, or other sites. You're capturing them.
That's so important to realtors, Kevin. Like that, you can't underestimate the power of what you just said, right? It's a Zillow buster, right? It's Zillow keeping buster. The realtors' clients away from Zillow. And that's such a focus, is helping the realtors keep the clients in the realtor funnel, not in someone else's funnel. Super powerful.
It's super powerful and it's very simple. And remember, here's the deal. The consumer doesn't know better. We have to go ahead and train them. There's this industry slang, buyers are liars. Terrible. You know what the problem is? The loan officer or the real estate professional doesn't ask the proper questions, doesn't lead them down the journey. Because let me just tell you, lending this year and in the future is all a journey. But let me go back to that one client that has 1,167 clients in the system. So let me just ask you this, Eric. If 1,167 people received an email, how much do you think will open that up? How many people will open? What do you think the open rate is?
I'm going to say if you talk to any other type of automation, right, because of the sheer quantity of emails that just get deleted on any given day, if you get a 1%, 2% opt-in, 1 or 2% people click through rate on any normal platform, that would be, I guess, a normal open rate, 1 to 2%.
So buckle up if you're driving and you're watching this. Get your hands on 10 and 2, boys and girls, because listen, this realtor partner has an 85%. Let me say it for the people in the back one more time, an 85% open rate. Now, let me go ahead and do an add-on to that. In addition, 563 people have actually interacted, raised their hand with something on that report. So it is like an opportunity that they're seeking that information. And as trusted advisors, it's our obligation, duty, and responsibility. Now, let me also tell you, not just to manage the debt side of their balance sheet for the families we serve, but also the asset side and help them. So for me, quite honestly, 1,167 she sent, 996 open, that's 85%, with interaction of 563 people, that is a 48% open rate.
So, I just need to take a quick break here for a second. I need to dive in on this, right? So this realtor that you've got engaged in this, right? So that's the realtor engagement with the realtor database.
Correct.
And so what does that cost the realtor? So
I'm going to tell you what the cost is. Nothing. Because at the end of the day, let me ask you this.
No, there's certainly return on investment, but let's just say it's $50 a month or $100 a month or whatever it is, right?
I have an opinion that if something is $100 or less, it's essentially free today. That's just my personal opinion. As it relates to the economics, I believe that the realtor cost runs about $25 per 500 contacts, I believe it is, for the system. Now, listen, here's the deal. My understanding, because I don't listen, Homebot's a great organization, good for them to try to go realtor direct. But I'm going to tell you, it's a mistake if a realtor goes direct, because they are missing out, again, on two of the most powerful components that nobody ever talks about with Homebot. And that is the fact that the buyer portal can give you some laser focused analytics on neighborhoods. It can drive down there and tell the people whether it's hot, cold, what's going on, gives more relevant data and gets the people off Zillow, or what you called it, Zillow Buster. I love that. The second thing is the use of video on a monthly basis. This agent particularly does not use it, but at the end of the day, here's the great news. The cost for this agent, she has a 1,167 is probably $75. And again, I think anything under $100.
Like, hold on, but just think about it, Kevin. I know your opinions, and I love your opinions. But if I'm a new loan officer, okay, right, or I'm just getting into marketing and I don't know how to script it, I don't know how to pitch it, I've never done this before. You're telling me as a realtor, they're spending $75 a month, and they're getting 800 or 900 clicks a month, right? And so the realtor's being notified, right? Hey, realtor, these are the people that are clicking. These are, right? So you have a reason to follow up, right? And as a loan officer, I'm engaging these people with you, right? And you're getting these added benefits. Who doesn't want that? Like, how are you running a business? How do you think that you're a sales professional with no follow-up post-close, What value are you providing your realtor partners, right? If you're not engaging in these activities when your competitors are, right? Because if I'm a realtor, I'm only on one Homebot account. It's whoever gets to me first.
That is
right?
100% correct.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
I'll-
So exciting.
I'm reminded of the old adage real quick, and it's this. If you want a customer for life, you have to provide massive value more than one time every 7 years.
Yep.
And we're able to provide massive value with actionable information on a digest that goes ahead and drips that information. Now, let me just say this. I want to be 100% transparent with anybody that's watching. I'm not going to make a dime whether you go to Homebot or not.
Right.
But I'm going to share with you the true professionals that are in this industry, the ones that are committed, that have a servant's heart, need to be on Homebot. If not, you're missing out.
Love it, guys. Daniel, for anybody watching this video, how do they reach you?
Yeah, my email, daniel.hebel, which is HEB as in boy, EL @homebot.ai. And of course, we have that opt-in page with all of my information where you can actually schedule a training with me. I've worked with Kevin over the past couple of weeks as he's been brought on to Gold Star. And of course, he's a professional, and I appreciate you taking the time out to meet with us.
Do I have 25 seconds?
Yes,
Let's
sir.
start right now, real quick. I have to share with you, I am newer to the Gold Star platform and family. However, I've been in the financial services longer than I can remember, hence OG. Anyway, I will share with you the one thing that is very powerful for me as a professional is that there must be integration in everything that you do. In other words, no double entry, because when there's double entry, things fall on the sidelines. I have to tell you, the Gold Star suite of technology is second to none. I mean, it's unbelievable. And we have the integration that, Eric, where our loan origination software talks to Homebot. So there's nothing that can go ahead and fall through the cracks and say, hey, guess what? Bob, the buyer, just closed. Now Bob is the client. Push that through directly over into Homebot. Again, the program of Homebot is a set it and forget it. However, if you start to go ahead and start to pump the steroids into it and have call nights with your realtors and things of that nature, goes there. In addition, the integration between Homebot and Mortgage Coach is another vehicle that we have that's very, very powerful as well. So the reality is that when you're looking at technology, the ease of use for yourself and the consumer, oh my God, the consumer gets an email, they open it up. Oh, that's what happens. So the reality is that we just want to keep that on the thing. And again, I make nothing if you go to Gold Star, but I bet you can call Eric and chit chat about that as well.
Thank you, man. And yeah, the integrations with Mortgage Coach and Encompass and our ConnectGS platform, and it makes life so much easier without the redundancy. There's no double entry. Everything's in a centralized place. Yeah, no question, makes life so much easier. Guys, I'm so appreciative of your time. Hopefully this was valuable to loan officers watching it. You can find us at goldstarmtg.net, goldstarmtg.net. And thanks, guys, for your time.
Thank you
Both. Thank you so much.